Good morning.
Hello.
Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday to you.
So, it is Sunday. What's today's date?
February 23rd. Yesterday was 22nd.
Yes, February 23rd. And so, here, let's roll these windows up. There we go. Car Chronicles. Hey, you see my stuff in the back? I'm headed to work for cleaning services. That's what I'm doing this morning. And then Honey here is headed into the office.
Yes, I am.
To help train one of our agents in the field. That's life insurance, right? And so, anyway, we just want to kind of come on here and talk about how people always like, oh, when do you have time to sleep? Or when do you spend time with your family? Or you're working on a Sunday?
Oh my God.
Listen, let me tell you, you kind of have to set up your life, your working life, like you would set up your retirement, right? There comes a stage where you put in the work. Literally, you put in the money, right? And then you keep putting in money, because that's the accumulation stage. I don't want anymore. Keep putting in money. That's the accumulation stage, right? So right now, you keep putting in the work because you're accumulating. So that way, when you do reach retirement, you can actually have some really good distributions, right? You actually have some money coming in. You can live and not have to go back to work after you've said retired. Go back to work to a part-time job or find another career to start in or whatnot. You know, actually retire. So the way we look at it is literally we're driving down the road and you can see all these buildings that people are paying massive amounts of rent on monthly, and they're not maximizing their investment because they're closed 2 days out of the 7 days that they're paid for that week. Right? And so you hear people all the time, oh, invest. But they go and they invest in this office space to run whatever business it is, but they don't maximize on their investment, because when you look at the whole of a month, that's 2 days every week, that's 8 days, literally one full week in a day of a month that you've paid or you've invested and not actually done anything with your investment.
Very true.
Interesting way to look at it, huh?
It is. I mean, we don't always work all days on Sundays. It's not like an all day type of thing.
No.
But some Sundays we might have, when we go out and we train our agents, but then also we might have some things where we'll go do something as a family. Like, for example, our kids they have a sleepover tonight, or last night with some family, and they wanted to hang out with the cousins, and so we woke up, we went and got some breakfast. It's cool place. I forgot the name of it.
Yeah, it's a place that I can't even
it's like
pronounce.
It's Buddhist temple place, but it's not Buddhist temple.
I don't think they're Buddhist, honey.
Okay, well, it's like it's a religious place, and then they do.
Actually, no, they're not. Well, I guess it's monks or Buddhists. They're the ones that wear the orange, and I don't know the difference between one wears orange and one wears brown. I don't know.
It's a religious place, and what they do is they offer all types of food on kind of like a street food corner
that you would find in like Penang, which is I want to say Singapore, Seoul, somewhere over that way.
It's good,
but it's so good.
It's good. So we had like fried sweet potatoes, fried bananas.
Yeah.
We had sticky rice.
Sticky rice.
We had
they call it barbecue chicken, but it's pink and it's
like
sweeter.
Chicken satay. It's like, like when you see that pork fried rice, and that pork has that pink Chinese barbecue to it. It's like that. Yeah. I don't know how to describe it, but it was chicken.
And then we had
pork curry.
Yeah, curry pork.
And then
satay, I guess you would call it. And then the beef jerky.
Beef jerky. Okay, yeah. So we just went out to have breakfast this morning, and then
not your traditional breakfast, obviously.
No, it's not. It's definitely street food. Hungry, don't know what you want. It's like what happens when you go to the grocery store.
Look at this. Hold
on, let me finish. So it's you can take the cup. But it's what happens when you go to the grocery store. I thought you said you wanted more. That's what happens when you go to the grocery store and you're hungry and you get all the stuff that doesn't make any sense.
I didn't want that.
You shouldn't have had it. I told you. You get all the stuff that don't make sense. Like you buy like Lucky Charms, a loaf of bread, peanut butter, no jelly. You get a pack of sugar for some Kool-Aid, and then you got like random stuff like chicken breast. You got pizza. You got, all kinds of random stuff that you get whenever you're hungry at the grocery store. You got like $200-something worth of stuff, and you went in there for medicine for the kids. You know what I mean? Like, it's just one of those things that happen. So that's what happened when we went to our street food adventure.
But here's the cool thing about it is that because it's a religious sector, all the food that we buy, all the drinks and everything, it's all quote-unquote donations. So they take that and they put it back into their temple. They welcome you to come in for meditation. They do guided meditation. They have even plants and herbs and things that you can buy to plant to yourself to take home, This is pretty cool. It's right on the waterway. It's got tons of parking, tons of like picnic table seating, so you can even sit with other families, get to know people. It's a pretty fun experience, honestly.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So
but they have this drink.
Oh, that. Okay,
Let me show you if you see that.
Without wasting all my stuff.
Yeah, I'm not gonna spill it. You see that?
It's kind of like a slushy.
Right?
It's a slushy, but it's not a slushy. So it's whole pieces of watermelon.
Fresh watermelon cuts.
What'd you say they put in there?
Himalayan sea salt.
Himalayan sea salt.
Honey, ice, and water.
Ice and water, and it just
all natural.
When I tell you it's
so
good,
though.
it is good. It's like, look at me in the eye. It's good, right? So
if you're one of those people that eat watermelon, you put salt on your watermelon, but it's a really sweet watermelon. It's kind of exactly what it tastes like.
I was showing you my dimple.
So anywho, yeah, we just wanted to come on and share with you guys because we've been posting most of our videos on our Facebook page. So if you haven't followed us here, you can follow us on Facebook. We have way more videos on Facebook because it's so much easier just to get to and do.
Yeah.
But we have to even it out a little bit. So.
Yeah, but I mean, as far as working on Sundays, again, we never work the whole day. I mean, unless it's yard work. Yard work takes up half the day, and then office work or business work takes up the other part. But it's not like we're in the office 24/7 on a Sunday, or we're sitting down with clients.
He's about to go. He's about to go and work for maybe about 2 hours, 2.5 hours. I'm gonna go and work for
4 hours.
4 hours.
Yeah.
4 hours, and we're gonna have a long pause, and then we're gonna do a more intense training with our agents just to kind of speed them up, help them along.
Yeah, and the training that we do,
boot camp.
It's not work. I mean, quite honest with you, perfecting your craft, getting better at your craft is not considered work at all. That's time, energy, and effort that you invested to get it better.
Yeah.
And so that's not work. Work is the things that generate income. And for your business, it can be whatever it may be. Whether it's making calls, sitting down with clients, or it might be, shoveling dirt. It might be, calling up the next person you can sit down with to do a cleaning.
It's hot.
I had it hot for you, not for me.
Jeez.
You asking me, am I cold? I'm never cold.
I'm burning up.
Hot bodied. I'm hot I'm sweating inside the jacket. The jacket's hot and sweating right now. That's what it's doing. That's a joke. It's a bad joke. So anyway, but I was saying something good. It's gone now. Nothing wrong. Don't fall into the status quo. That's my thoughts fleeting from me. Don't fall into the status quo. People saying, you don't work on Sundays. I don't know I'm not gonna get into a biblical quote.
Here's the thing. If you haven't worked hard Monday through Friday or Monday through Saturday, then why are you sleeping?
Matter of fact, if you broke, you ain't got no money in savings, you should be working as much time as you possibly can. Let's just keep it very simple. So if you don't like where you are financially, you need to be working. You need to be praying.
You need to go out and accumulate. You need to go out and accumulate.
You talk about. I mean, nothing wrong with the Sabbath. I respect religions. I respect.
Absolutely.
Some people have certain things that they do and don't do. But at the same time, Jesus took a day out because he worked 6 days straight, and he took off the 7th day. And so, if that's not what you've been doing, he built earth and everything on it in 7 days. And so if you ain't did something close to that within your magnitude as a human being, maybe you should be working a couple hours on a Sunday. And plus, that's how you get ahead, though. If you look at it in a competitive fashion, some guy, you and another guy are matched on hours to where you both work the same amount of hours, energy, and effort 6 days a week. Right? Yeah. Get you a couple hours in on Sunday, and edge out a little bit. And those 2 hours compounded over a month, that's what, 8 hours? That's 8 extra hours you got them. In a quarter,
there's a whole day's extra work.
Yeah, in a quarter, you got them by 24 hours, and in a year, you got the guy by 100 hours. You can't catch up now. That time, that compounds.
I was done at 8. I'm like, 2 hours. Yeah, okay, I got it. That's that's 8.
Yeah, that sounds good.
What? Process, man. He processes very quickly in his head. I process very quickly with pen and paper.
Wow, that was hilarious. I almost got a tear crying. Good.
Hey, babe.
And he just got off of 2 lanes with no blinker. God.
Cut off 3 cars in the process. Dang.
He working.
Working on his way to
hospital. Anyway, so.
Ooh, what are they doing over there?
Yeah, hopefully they switch it up a little bit.
They need
Changing up everything on there. So anyway,
That Burger King look a whole lot
welcome
better.
to a daily conversation with Chris and CC. We just hanging
Rambling,
out, having a good time, and,
hanging out before we have to part ways, you know. For
hopefully
our
you're
separate
not bored to
work,
listen to us.
jobs,
'Cause
things.
we're 2 separate conversations. All right. Well, sign off.
Well, we're going now.
We're gonna hang out. I hang up. Bye bye.
See ya.
Adios.